But I think I can fit in here, bro. Like, yo, I'm finna try.
Dad, how did you get color? What? When did you turn into color? I'm confused. What are you trying to say? You know, like, some movies don't have color? When did you get yours? Wait, do you think I was in black and white when I was born? When did you turn into color? That is a serious imagination. What leaps and bounds and hula hoops did this kid have to jump through to come to that conclusion? When I was 7, I found a hashtag Playboy under my grandpa's recliner and thought it was a new wife catalog. I cried and showed it to my mom. My grandpa then had to apologize to me in front of my mom and my grandma, and then he threw the Playboy in the trash. Sorry, dude. Oh, that sounds like a terrible situation for everybody involved. The kid is distraught because he thinks his grandfather is window shopping for a new grandmother. The grandfather had to explain why he had a Playboy under his recliner to both his wife and his daughter. Man, what I'd sacrifice just to be on the wall and watch this entire situation go down. Asked my 5-year-old what she wanted for dinner, and she said, not a burned quesadilla, because in summer of 2019, I overcooked one side of her quesadilla. Well, duh, it was the infamous 2019 overcooked quesadilla incident. Everybody remembers that. So your daughter's not in the wrong, she's just prepared. When I was younger, I told my younger brother that if he put water floaties on his legs, he'd be able to walk on water. He almost died. That's crazy, I never even thought of that. Yeah, it would just make you float upside down. That's awful, but wouldn't that be an interesting way to torture people? So yeah, if you're a CIA agent right now, feel free to use that, that idea. All I ask in return is to just take me off that no-fly list. Just go ahead and do that, we can call it square. Well, my 10-year-old thought that this was the kids' wine section. 16 and under, aww. But that's not even the weirdest part of this entire image. It's the fact that they're selling wine next to greeting cards. I can't think of anything more depressing. Okay, everybody, let's write on the whiteboard what we want to be when we grow up. Okay, so Harper wants to be a mommy, Henry, a daddy of the house, Brayden, I want to be a teacher. Okay, that's cool. Gianna, I want to be a mommy. All right. Arden wants to be a baker. Landon, I want to be a police officer. Jason, a pilot. Madison, a doctor to make everyone feel better. And from Benny, a taco. That's great. Well, happy Monday. My kids spent a solid 15 minutes arguing over whether this thing goes in an animal bin because of duck or the vehicle bin because of wheels. And it was honestly one of the funniest conversations I have ever overheard. That is an interesting conversation. I mean, what do you guys think? I would personally put it into the animal bin because it's like 80% duck. It's clearly an animal. It's just, an animal that had horrendous experimentation done to it. Was on the bus the other day, and 2 kids, about 10, were in front of me. One of them said that his parents will let him get a dog, so he used to stare at the sun to make himself blind so he could get a guide dog. No doubt that he was waffling, but you have to admire his imagination. Alright, so I'm just gonna ask it, to all of my British fans who drink the tea, why in the place of the word lying, or bullshitting, or bluffing, do you say waffling? What's the etymology of that word? Why do you use it in this way? Like, do you guys have problems with Belgian people? Is that it? Like, yo, those lying Belgians, those wafflers? That sounds like a slur. That sounds like a really mean thing to call somebody. My 7-year-old, staring at my face. What is it, sweetie? Is my nose weird too? Kids are delightful. When I was 8, I had an older YouTube channel with like 3 subscribers. Once I hit 5 subscribers, I was gonna do a fan meetup, and I put my actual address in the description of the video. Hello everybody on the air. Welcome back to Ailurus FM1, and today we're gonna spend a little bit of time on our parental listeners. So we have a tip for new parents. 3-year-olds will lock you out of the house in the snow without remorse and will think it's the funniest thing that's ever happened in the history of the world. So make sure to carry spare keys on your person at any given time, just in case your 3-year-old wants to be a sociopath. Children ages 3 to 5 are truly something else. I'm a tour guide, and at one point on my tour I ask if anyone has any questions, and today a girl immediately yells out, "Have you ever killed someone? And are the bodies in the walls?" In my opinion, I hope you didn't answer because it's obvious that that kid is an informant for the FBI, truly. People coming over, me, tidies up. Husband fires up the barbecue. Toddler removes all clothing.
Hey, we got the accent challenge. Start with me today. From 1 to 10. Bing. Alright, number 1, we got beanie. Number 2, we got heat. Number 3, we got it. Number 4, we got beat. Number 5, we got Number 6, we got cheat.
When I was like 7 or 8, me and my sister washed my dad's car. I saw a spot that wouldn't disappear with the sponge, so I grabbed sandpaper. My dad never let me wash the car again. And I bet in that moment he forgot that you two were his kids. For a solid 5 to 10 seconds, you were the main antagonists to his life story. My little sister found out one of her Pokemon cards was fake, but instead of throwing it away, she decided eating it was the best way to get rid of it. I believed for an unbelievably long time that Washington, D.C. stood for Washington, the capital. If it isn't already obvious, I wasn't the sharpest child in the shed. Sharpest child? You sure about that? I didn't know that we were using preteens as longswords now.
Do you ever just look at your child and wonder, what the fuck?
I'm dying right now because my 5-year-old just told me that he thinks you go to the police station to buy donuts. And that's how you balance the budget. There you go, police officers, police captains, sheriffs, anybody who's watching this and is in a position of power in local government, do this. You need new vests, rifles, just general equipment. Set up a police-themed donut shop where other police officers can just vibe with the community. Everybody gets comfortable with their local officers. That's awesome. That's a great idea. Why aren't people doing this? I do this.
Beginners. Oh! Intermediate.
Yes.
On this day, 8 years ago. So Aiden is pretending to be a superhero he created called Itchy Man. Apparently, Itchy Man throws balls of itchy stuff at his enemies. I found this out when Aiden yelled, "Hey bad guy, look out! I got itchy balls!" Happy Valentine's Day to my 7-year-old self who secretly ate the entire bag of Red Hots instead of putting them in my classmates' Valentine's cards. I barfed spicy red barf all night and couldn't go to school the next day, on the most candy-filled day of the year. Lessons were learned. Valentine's Day was pretty tough. It was just an excuse to eat candy throughout the entire day. By far, my most memorable Valentine's Day moment was in middle school. I had to be in 6th grade. A friend of mine broke open a pixie stick pack, poured the dust onto the table, and snorted it, and nearly had to go home early because his whole nasal passages and lungs were torn up.
Is that a bad word?
Yeah,
Is that a red choice or a green choice?
a red choice.
So then should you say you're sorry?
Sorry.
Call her a bitch.
No.
Well, my daughter has always been a think later kind of girl. Yeah, she'll certainly be thinking later after she wakes up from that coma. My 6-year-old's kindergarten teacher was doing a bring me a blank game in Zoom class, and she asked her students to bring any pets within reach. And I turned just in time to see my 6-year-old carrying my 2-year-old to show his teacher. My 5-year-old nephew asked me how long my newborn needed to charge before he could go home. It's a heart rate monitor. I still can't imagine learning on a Zoom and seeing the inside of a teacher's house. When I was a kid, I didn't know teachers had first names and thought they all slept in the school. Kid, pay close attention. Places ball under the blue bowl and shuffles the bowls. Okay, so which bowl is the ball under? Man, this is a hard one. I'm gonna have to go with pink.
Don't break the window!
Oh no!
Oh no!
You said smash on the window.
Roll the window up! Got it!
Were you scared for a second?
He thought the whole window shattered.
When you get little, you'll understand. My son explaining to me why I'm doing his arts and crafts for him. Just told my nearly 5-year-old that he had dirt on his face. I can't see it. Well, you can't see your own face. Yes, I can. Then he started turning his head and eyes around, convinced if he found the right angle, he could see his own face, but was very disappointed when it didn't work. Not a lesson I'd thought I'd have to teach him as a father. So when I was in the 4th grade, a kid in my class really had to use the bathroom. So he did the only logical thing and waited for the last minute before he had to go and yelled, "Mr. B, I gotta go poo real bad," and ran out of the classroom before the teacher could say anything. 10 seconds, he came back crying and said, "I didn't make it." Man, elementary school teachers, y'all be really going through it, huh? You just get thrown into some serious situations. When I was 8, my mom sent me to my room for half an hour for a reason I can't remember. I decided the best way to get out of it was to spend a little over an hour using colored pencils, paper, and tape to make a Luigi costume. I thought a Mario costume would be a little too suspicious. I stuck all the parts on myself, including a fat mustache, and walked into the living room where I proceeded to tell my mother that I don't know where he is. I'm Luigi, and not him. But I'm sure that wherever he is, he's learned his lesson in a horrible Italian accent. She just let me sit on the couch and watch TV in my costume after responding with a smile, and I felt so proud that I fooled someone as smart as her. Why couldn't I be a fly on the wall? Why isn't there a video? Is there a picture? This needs to be a movie.
Disappear right now.
Okay, then. Go ahead.
Now she's gonna.
Where is she?
Now she's gonna come back.
Okay. There she is! That was so crazy!
Every time I'm listening to my 80s playlist, 6-year-old, is this guy dead? Is this guy dead? How dead is this guy? Me. Just sobbing quietly into my tea. You want to feel old? One time I caught my siblings watching old iCarly episodes like the first season, and with their full chest, they asked me if it was made in the 90s, cause it's so old. So yeah, that was a good kick to the chest.
I love it.
My family never did Santa Claus. They wanted us to know that we were getting presents from them and not him. The thing about this is, sometimes the conflicting info would mess with our little kid brains. Once we were talking about Santa in the car, and my youngest brother loudly exclaimed, "Santa, die!" He apparently had firmly believed that Santa had been real, but somehow died, and other parents just weren't telling their kids that he passed away.
Hey, buddy, you gotta stay awake. You gotta eat your ice cream.
Had a sneezing attack, not sick, and my daughter made me a potion to feel better. Not only is this water and crayons and crayon paper, but also pretzels too. What was going through her mind?
All right, Papa, go. Say it, go. Come on. Get it. Go, 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 go. I see you. Do your touchdown dance, Papa. Oh, damn.
Well, here's my 3-year-old. She's angry because the beavers keep chomping on the tree. I don't know. I don't think that she's upset that the beavers are chomping on the tree. It looks like she's just upset that the beavers kicked her butt. She looks like she got laid out.
I'm crying because, look, Teddy found the buzz cutter. Eloise, turn around. Turn around. Oh my god, oh my god. Look it. Do you like your haircut?
No.
Turn around. Why'd you let brother do that?
She said she wanted me to do that a lot, and so I did it. And
Okay.
she wanted to.
All right,
show
it's
me.
just hair. It's hair, and it's gonna grow back, and mommy's okay. We'll make it work, okay?
So one time, me and my friend were playing rock, paper, scissors, and when I started to win every time, this eventually led to people gathering around watching. And as I won for the 10th time, he said, "We're not friends anymore," and walked away. I never saw him since.
What's the matter?
He voted on me again.
He farted on you?
Yes.
Again? Oh.
Okay, so my son proposed to his fiance about 6 months ago, and she said yes. They're super happy, and we love her family too. I just found out today that another girl is in love with him and plans to propose next week. Should I say anything? Oh, and also he's 4. They're all 4. Things that made my toddler cry this week. Only wants to go up the seesaw, not down. I wouldn't serve her hot ice cream. Her shadow is copying her. Doesn't want to have bones anymore. How about your kid? And for our last image, we have a Valentine's Day card from a very loving and appreciative child. I love Mom! And Dad, I guess. What's up, everyone? It's your boy Ailurus, aka Panda Daddy, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, let me know in the comments down below. And leave a like if you liked the video. And if you're new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe, fam. What you doing watching videos and not subscribing? And if you're old, make sure you hit that bell so you get these notifications every time. It's finally spring break, and I have nothing but time and nothing but content to give you this week. I'm uploading today, tomorrow, and for the rest of the week. I know you guys have been waiting for a lot of content. That's why I took last week, to just make sure this is perfect, just so enjoyable, everything you want on every day of this week. And I wouldn't be able to do it without the Patreon supporters, so thank you to Donovan, Brett, Mina the Swift, Esau, Izuku, Darth Vader 12, Destroyer, Trey, Muffy Luhu, Noah, Vermont, Ethan, John Robinson, Eva, Catherine Taylor, Arjen, Hannah, Keith, Willbilly, Dustin, and Hostmar. Thank you so much for your support. It is greatly appreciated. And if you want to help support the channel, there's 2 links in the description, one to my Patreon and one to my merch store. Both ones go directly into the channel so we can maintain what's happening here. And as always, stay zesty.